Well, we are using BIM. Of course, as an architect, you start the very first ideas you have. At this moment, still starts with paper and pencil. But already after the first sketches, we try to translate that into a BIM model, because from that moment on, you can use that during your entire design process with several levels of detail to communicate with your client, because that's what our role is in initial stage. Communicating with the client, showing him in 3 dimensions what he needs, what he asks, because he only asks, I need an apartment with a living room and a bedroom, and that's it. We have to translate that into aesthetics and into 3 dimensions. And a BIM model is a perfect tool to show it to a client. Hospitals are a special branch, a specialty in architecture, because a hospital, when you're designing a hospital, not looking to BIM, but designing a hospital in general, is not only translating the desires, the spatial desires of a client into a plan or a building, but you have all kinds of processes in a hospital that influence the way you have to develop your plan. Logistical, patient processes, personal processes. Now, when you're using BIM, you can also show to your client how you can separate, for example, the movement of a patient in relation to the movement of personnel, because sometimes, or in relation to movement of logistic means. You don't want to have patients and logistic means interfere with each other. So you can demonstrate that with BIM. And also, if you look at hospitals, BIM wouldn't be necessary if you build a complete new hospital. But most of the times a hospital is already an existing building. And there comes the problem. It's an existing building, and in the existing building only a part is going to be renovated. And then a BIM model is very useful, because you can also show what is the impact, not only aesthetical, but also in construction, into an existing building. And there's where BIM is an enormous help, especially when you have to make new parts of floors and communicating with engineers and constructors. So that's an enormous help. It's a very different kind of working than just making an apartment building. More and more. We see now that more and more, for example, 4 years ago, it was in clients not so well known. BIM, what is BIM? Why is it necessary? But now we see more and more clients and big clients, so hospital clients, more and more are asking to use BIM as a design process, because BIM is more than just software. It's a design, it's a process. So we see now that almost all the new clients that we have, or clients which we have a relationship already with, but come with new assignments, more and more are asking, forget 2-dimensional drawings, we want this to be designed and coordinated and built completely according to BIM. I have to say we started using BIM in the hospital scene in 2011, and the big change, I would say 2013, the end of 2013. But I have to say we as an architect also play a role in that, because we are professionals. We know what BIM means. But the client and a board of directors of hospitals, they have no clue what BIM means. So it is also our role to introduce BIM into their world and show them the benefits of a BIM process. Once you have done that, they're sold. They want immediately BIM. So it's becoming more. It's accelerating now. I give estimation in the Netherlands. I would say maximum 5 years, and then every hospital will have a BIM model. Well, I have. It's for me very difficult to see what the level of integration of BIM in Spain is. But if I look worldwide and I look then, for example, to products that are presented in BIM software, that's growing rapidly. So I think also in Spain it will emerge and accelerate. It all depends also from the architects themselves. If they embrace BIM, it can go very fast. If they are a little bit anxious to use BIM or participate in the BIM process, then it will take a long time. We did a project in the Netherlands, a hospital, and the interior walls were walls from Knauf. And a few months ago, they asked us if they could use that project for an international showcase, and of course we said we are very honored that they would use that. And through that contact, I came in contact with BIMetica, although I already registered in BIMetica before I even knew about this fair. And I received an invitation, and I was very honored to receive that invitation. And I hope I can share a little bit of our view on the relation between architecture and BIM, because that's what, of course, is important for us architects. Architecture and BIM. How is that a good marriage or not? That's the question.